Skye Squad, we are back in the building and the tea is piping hot. We got to talk about Tami Roman exposing the mess out of Basketball Wives and the Basketball Wives production team. OMG. Y'all get ready for this. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell button. Now let's dive straight on into this hot pool of piping mess, okay? So our girls over from the ladies first panel, okay? You guys may know Bondi Blue and Jamie That's Me interviewed Tami Roman. So Tami Roman really laid it out about how Basketball Wives producers allegedly treated her. Well, not really her, but mostly OG. But it also reflects back on how she was treated when she was first brought onto the show as well, okay? So all of the mess started with OG way back during OG's casting process, allegedly, when producers, again, we have to use the word allegedly, called OG ugly and said that she didn't dress well. So the question basically stems from this, and I'll put the link in the description down below for the video. I happened to catch this on the BBWT Inc. and I was also tagged on Hollywood Unlocks post of this as well. I'll place all the links in the description. But, you know, I think Jamie started off asking the question, and this may have been towards the end of the interview. Again, the link will be in the description. But she asked if it was how certain people use certain tactics to get onto the show, like starting fights with like some of the more popular ladies. But Tammy says, no, and I quote, no, OG really legitimately came on that show being herself. Now, let me just tell you guys something else. When they were putting OG through the casting process, one of the producers came up to me and said, she's ugly and doesn't dress well. They said, wait till you get inside and see what she has on. And then for Tammy, she says the first thing that came to her mind was, that's exactly how the F y'all did me. Okay? This is some BS right here. She said, OG's mad cool and I'm glad we're friends, but I don't necessarily know that I would have been as concerned with being her friend had they not said that. You understand what I'm saying? It's like y'all are trying to make it so that nobody don't like her, and that's not cool, because that's exactly what y'all did to me. So it became my mission to befriend her, and it helped that she was a really cool chick. Now, she says everything that they did to OG was wrong. Like, I saw it with my own eyes. It's not something that she's fabricating. It's not like she's making stuff up. It was wrong how they treated that girl and how they did that girl legitimately. And that is the honest to God truth. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you that Tammy also kind of went into the fact that, you know, during her final season, she was, you know, kind of in and out. She was kind of checked out of the show, so she wasn't really as engaged with what was going on. And, you know, she says that she didn't really watch much of the season except for the season that she wasn't on, except for the clips that she had seen on social media and online. And she basically says that, again, like I said, they did the girl wrong from the jump. Okay. And Tammy also reflects back on how she was treated allegedly during her time when she first came on the show as well. And really, it does kind of feel like, a similar situation. It was the way Tammy describes it is as though they were basically putting a bug in the ladies' ears and in their heads to mistreat this girl from the jump, from the get-go. And so now, again, it makes even more sense why when OG came in during her last season, she was recording everything, getting everything on tape and on audio so that it would be known that things were not being portrayed in the way that they were actually happening, at least according to her lens. Now, so Tammy goes on to say that this is basically a tactic or a method that was used throughout the show to get rid of people or to ice people out that the cast or maybe even it sounds like production didn't really like or care for to be on the show. Now, to me, this is kind of crazy to me because Tammy goes on to say that if, from her perspective, OG should still be on this show. Okay. Now, here's the thing that we got to get into. So I do believe that everything that, Tammy is saying is true. I believe it. I can actually, based on what we've heard from so many of the ladies with regards to exposing production and things that production has said and done behind the scenes, allegedly on this particular show, it doesn't surprise me that this would occur. But what I would also say is, just from a business perspective, I think that once OG also started to air out that dirty laundry, it was, to me, a no-brainer that she would not be asked back on the show. Because at the end of the day, the honest truth is that, not the honest truth, but I would say the cold, hard facts are that the moment you begin to really expose production in that type of manner, they're likely not going to ask you back because you become a liability to the show. However, at the end of the day, it sounds like there was some not so nice things happening from the onset with regards to how some of the production may have been treating her, or at least it sounds like they were treating her this way from Tammy's perspective. Okay. So with all of that in mind, to be quite honest with you, if I were OG, I definitely wouldn't even want to return to that show because it sounds to me like a very toxic environment. However, with the word that the show has changed production companies, it would be interesting to see if they would want to go back to try to fix that. And Tammy also noted that when OG brought up the issues that she was facing within the group with regards to color, she said in this interview that could have been a teachable moment and it was a missed opportunity because the ladies, or either whether it was the ladies or production, refused to even acknowledge that what she was saying was actually happening. So there was a missed opportunity there, and I 110% agree with everything that Tammy said in that statement right there, because I think you guys may recall when we were going through the show, we all said the same thing. This could be a moment right here that they could take and they can embrace and they can turn into something positive. But ultimately, that never happened. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Is it surprising to you? It's honestly not shocking to me. Be sure to check out the Ooh Ladies First panel. I will put the link in the description down below. Make sure you guys are following all of the panel members as well, because they are all doing their things. And from what I can tell, it seems as though the panel rotates on each person's channel, which I think is awesome as well. So make sure you guys are following them. They doing the doggone thing. I love to see my beautiful sisters out here just killing the game. And I just want you guys to make sure that you are out there supporting them as well. All right. With that being said, we will catch you in the next video.